I've been living in a small one-room apartment for a while now, and I still haven't figured out when I'll move out. To make do with the uncertainty, I've grown accustomed to sleeping on a thin mattress, only about 7 inches thick, but little did I know, my dreams would soon become a terrifying reality. In my dream, I woke up to find someone lying on the floor, staring at me with an unsettling gaze. As I took in his face, he began speaking in a slow and deliberate tone. Kido was born with a condition where his umbilical cord wrapped around his neck, causing him to suffocate. The words sent shivers down my spine. But that wasn't all. The stranger continued to recount Kido's life story, each sentence dripping with morbid detail. Kido died at 1 year old when he was hit by a car. Kido died at 2 years old from pneumonia. Kido fell from the second floor and died. As I lay frozen in terror, the man's words became increasingly rapid fire, making it impossible for me to comprehend what he was saying. Kido died at 7 years old. Kido died at 8 years old. The speed of his speech sent my heart racing, like a record needle stuck on repeat. Just as suddenly as it had begun, the dream ended with an eerie silence. I was left panting and disoriented, wondering if I'd really experienced what felt like a cruel joke. The memory of that nightmare lingered long after I woke up, refusing to be shaken off. But little did I know, reality would soon deliver its own brand of terror. That evening, as I was getting ready to leave for my mother's house, she began lecturing me about quitting smoking. Her words were laced with the sense of urgency. "You're still smoking after all these years? What if you die from lung cancer like Kido?" My heart skipped a beat as I recalled the dream. Was it just a coincidence that my mother mentioned Kido, or was there something more sinister at play? As I lit up another cigarette, my mind wandered back to the nightmare. Why had my mother known about Kido, and what did she mean by saying I died from pneumonia when I was 2 years old? I turned to her, my voice shaking with concern. "Mom, what's going on? Did something happen to me when I was a kid?" My mother's expression turned solemn, and for a moment I thought she was hiding something. But then she let out a dismissive laugh. "Don't worry about it, dear. You just forgot that you had pneumonia when you were 2 years old. It's just an old story." But as I looked into her eyes, I knew that wasn't true. My mother had been telling me the truth, or at least part of it. As I sat there trying to process what she said, a chill ran down my spine. What if Kido was more than just a figment of my imagination? What if he was a harbinger of doom, warning me about the dangers that lay ahead? I tried to shake off the feeling of unease, telling myself it was just a silly dream. But as I looked around at the world outside, I couldn't help but wonder what other secrets were hiding in plain sight.